Okay, so we're going to look at circle theorem 4, and that theorem is that opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral make a sum of 180 degrees. So a cyclic quadrilateral is just a quadrilateral that is inside a circle. And we can see an example of one here. So we've got a circle and then we've got a quadrilateral inside. So we're going to prove this theorem now. Now with this proof we are going to use one of our previous circle theorems, and we're going to use the theorem that the angle at the centre is twice the angle at the circumference. So I'm going to draw a radius going from the centre to that outer vertex of the quadrilateral, and then to the one on the right as well. So if I call this angle here angle A, then I know that the angle at the centre is 2 lots of A. Similarly, if I call this angle B, then my angle at the centre here is 2B. Using my knowledge now of angles around a point, I know that they make a sum of 360. So I've got 2A plus 2B equals 360 degrees. Now each term in this equation has a highest common factor of 2, so if I divide both sides by 2, I get that A plus B is equal to 180 degrees, which tells me that the opposite angles A and B make a sum of 180 degrees. Now if I had drawn the two radii from the beginning, from the centre to the upper and lower vertices of the quadrilateral, we would have found that these angles here also make a sum of 180. So if you want to try drawing the radius from the centre to the top vertex and the centre to the bottom vertex and prove that these two angles equal 180, then feel free to do so. Now the guided practice, the I do it, it's asking us to find angles x and y. So we know that opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral equal 180. So we know that x plus 112 is equal to 180. Here we've got a one-step equation in terms of x. We're going to solve it by doing the inverse of adding 112 on each side. So x is equal to 180, subtract 112, which is 68 degrees. We can do exactly the same process for the angles at the top and the bottom to get an equation in terms of y. So we know that y plus 73 is also equal to 180. So we're going to subtract 73 from both sides, and y equals 107. We're going to now look at the you-do question. So again, you are going to find the angles x and y. If you want to pause the video, draw the diagram, have a go at answering it. Once you've got an answer, you can press play and you can check it with my answer. So to find our angle x, we're going to do x plus 75, that's equal to 180. I'm going to subtract 75 from each side of my equation, and I get that x is equal to 5 degrees. For the y angle, we're doing y plus 83, that's equal to 180. Subtract 83 from both sides, and I get that y is equal to 97 degrees.